finger-shaped castle.
Let's go through this one more time. We've been over it like a million times.
Rainbow's frustration mirrors those of us not in need of the expositional recap.
I agree with Twilight.
Twilight didn't state an opinion, though.
And trading hoofball cards and arguing about hoofball stats.
On second thought, maybe I'd better go with them.
Shy Horse actually finds this more horrifying than a dangerous adventure across Equestria.
But he's got a Hawk Fetlock rookie card.
When in doubt, just mash horse words together.
Looks like it's time for a road trip.
A road trip partially in the train and partially on hoof, that is. In other words, a road trip involving no road at all. Twilight's wing appears broken and backwards.
That's the place on the map.
You know, the map we had to leave at home. So actually, it may or may not be the place on the map. A recolored Starlight reenacts animation from later in the episode.
Those smiles are bad news.
You might even say those smiles are in HD.
Are you an alicorn?
Nah, my horn's just a toilet paper roll I painted purple.
I'm Applejack, and this here's Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, and Twilight Sparkle.
Double Diamond somehow remembers all of these names. Fluttershy struggles to manage her varied emotions. Worried, worried, happy, worried, worried.
Something's rotten in whatever the name of this village is that we're in right now.
Content as we may be calling it our town, we never do hear the name of the village. Rarity looks at two things at once.
How did you hear of our little village?
Let's just say we found it on a map.
Starlight doesn't even think to inquire about the map her isolated village is apparently on. This unicorn turns into an earth pony.
Now every pony wins!
It doesn't work that way, Starlight. I just lost the game.
You can't have a nightmare if you never dream.
Princess Luna disapproves. Also, that line is almost too deep for this show. Starlight pauses for a moment to remind us that these two are voiced by the same person. Forget energy drinks. Learning to conform with others is what really gives you wings.
I don't think we should judge them.
That's the kind of attitude which gets you betrayed by an evil spirit of chaos, Fluttershy. Also, Dash wasn't judging them. They said to give up their cutie marks and Dash responded. Fluttershy's line at this particular point implies she's already willing to lose her mark.
We assumed it was to help in some way. It doesn't seem like you need any help.
Twilight's about as dense as this cult is blatant.
No pony has ever come to our village and wanted to leave.
Would you look at that? Starlight just transformed into a giant red flag, but no pony else seems to have noticed. Expositing to self out loud and looking at the camera in combo. The cloak sign has more depth and detail than the actual cloaks.
We shouldn't be bickering like this in front of our new friends. Really, Applejack.
Careful, Fluttershy. One of your other personalities almost broke out there. Fun fact. 7 foals had to be exiled to achieve this perfect racial diversity.
I guess we'll take 6 muffins.
Silly Twilight, making the classic mistake of ordering as a tourist without even checking the price.
Well, I hope you enjoy our little village.
Careful, Sugar Belle. Your sunset is showing. This guy is going to be mopping for a very long time. Common trope or not, Pinkie is restored in the very next shot. Creepy subliminal decapitation frame. There's no way Double Diamond can't hear them. What are the odds? 6 conveniently empty slots right next to each other. There's about 100 marks in here, which would indicate 9 beds per house. But in the future, we see at least one house with only 1 room and no beds. Starlight having a whole house and bed to herself should have been more than enough to spark rebellion.
Oh, some ponies were telling us how much they miss their cutie marks and...
Pinkie!
Oops.
You should never trust the one pony to have a promise named after her, apparently. Twilight teleports herself mere feet away instead of all of her friends safely out of the cave. The real question is, if they get a map call while their marks are in the vault, does it go to voicemail? To be continued.